Where are you? Are you already on the staircase?
Yeah, I'm on a staircase and I see like from up there, I see the top of a barn, like a weather vane, like a rooster, a thing that tells you which way the wind's blowing at the top of the barn. And in the distance, there's hay. And
Mhm.
yeah, I feel like I'm coming down to a barn
Mm.
with animals. There are pigs and pens. Just lots of pigs and some geese, white geese. There's something making noise nearby.
Mhm.
Something like boom, 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 boom.
Oh, okay. Can you see where it's coming from?
It's the machine. It's doing something like it might be like that's not electric, but still it's a complicated machine. But someone has to
Mm-hmm.
do something. It's doing something with the grain, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So is there something else that you're seeing?
There's a house, there's a road leading away. So the road kind of comes beside the house and then there's the front of the house.
How big is the house?
It has an upstairs, it has a second floor,
Mm-hmm.
and there's some stairs leading to the main door in the front. Maybe a basement too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a light color, like cream color.
Mm-hmm.
It's been built recently, but it's a long time ago, but it's been built. It's new at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
it's really, really fresh looking.
Mm-hmm. Well, what would you say when you say at that time? What would you say the time is?
Well, I feel like there's not like maybe not electricity before
Mm-hmm.
electricity. Like I feel proud of the house. I feel like it's a well-made modern house for the time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you feel proud of the house.
Yes.
How do you relate to this house?
Well, it's my house. I feel male. I feel I'm masculine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a man. So I own the house.
So look at your feet, at your clothes. Describe a little bit of what you see.
The shoes seem like they are suede. They're brown. I feel like my clothes, even though I want to farm, my clothes are nice. Like they're brown. They're brown. My hat is brown.
Mm-hmm.
My shirt, I don't think my shirt is blue.
Mm-hmm. Nice. So are you wearing like something else, like accessories? Like you mentioned a hat.
Yeah, hat. Wearing a hat, like a felt hat.
And is there something else? Like is there a bag or some jewelry or watch or things like that?
Maybe something thin, like a chain on my right hand. Maybe it's a watch or
Like a chain.
just a chain, something.
Mm-hmm. Can you have a look on your right hand?
Mm, it might be a watch. It seems to like tell a message. It's something that has a message on it.
Mm.
So it's sort of it's maybe like a watch, like it tells the time,
Mm-hmm.
but it's something that I look at for information. But it's simple. I don't want to draw attention to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want anything too fancy, but I need to have this thing on me.
Mm-hmm.
I want to.
So it's more like useful.
It's useful or or just really important to me, but I don't want it. It's not necessarily for other people to look at. There's also a little bit of like, I don't want to create envy.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Maybe I was somehow unlucky in my, I feel like a bit lucky.
You feel like you're lucky?
Yes.
Can you tell me more about this feeling that you're having?
Well, like I have this brand new house. I'm not doing the work of whatever is happening in this other building where I hear the noise.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing that work. Somebody else is, maybe a few people.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even have to tell them what to do. I'm not even their foreman.
Mm.
I'm their boss. They work for me, but I don't have to talk to them at all.
Yeah, so they know what to do.
Yeah, somebody else bosses them around. I'm the main boss. I am the overboss, but I don't actually have to
Mhm.
get my hands dirty or anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I could go and like I feel like I'm going to count the pigs or something and look at them and start counting my riches. But it's just counting.
Amazing. Must feel good.
Yes, it feels good. I'm excited. I feel like everything's going really well. The pigs are really healthy. I feel lucky. I feel lucky that
Mm-hmm.
the health of my farm is really good.
Mm. So
I don't know.
what do you do the whole day long? What's your occupation?
I feel like I kind of design things.
Hmm?
I feel like I design like maybe design machines. Like I think I'm more of a thinker, but I design things. Yeah, like this. Yeah, I design things like the tool that's being used in the building. I don't have to use it, but I design it. I designed it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm lucky maybe because I'm smart. Yeah. And so then when I see myself working, it's almost more like puttering, like play almost. Like I'm standing at a table. It's a high table and my sort of work
Mm-hmm.
table. And I have pictures, I have drawings that I'm doing. And then I also have some pieces of metal that I can work with.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually can physically do things, but I'm not working with the metal. I'm designing something with using the metal to sort of help me sketch things out, help me figure out my idea.
So I'm just guessing you're like inventing things. You're like,
Yeah, like inventing. I guess I call it designing rather than inventing because yeah, I guess it would be considered inventing, but I call it designing.
mm-hmm.
Like I know the potential for it already exists. So I kind of
Mm-hmm.
put the pieces
Yeah.
together. Yeah, like I'm just taking it like a conduit for this.
Mm-hmm.
I see a need and I know that the need can be filled. I just have to design, like put it together in a logical way. So I don't think of that as like inventing so much because
Mm-hmm.
it's so logical to me, but
So
not
you're
many
not
other.
doing something like really new.
I don't even know if inventing is inventing. So
Mm-hmm.
I won't even know if that means anything.
Yeah.
Inventing is not a really useful term in
Mm-hmm.
general.
So do
So,
you see those objects or whatever you're doing? Can you identify them?
well, I can see this thing that does the wheat, like it's something that makes something go back and forth really quickly
Mm-hmm.
without a lot of effort. It just goes back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something just mechanical. I just like I understand the mechanics of everything. So it's just like, okay, I see the end result and then I go backwards with it. But in front of me when I work, I'm just like, they can almost look like bones, like metal rods and metal pieces. And
Mm-hmm.
maybe there's a forge, like a metal blacksmith. I don't know if it's right there but there's somebody definitely takes my ideas and then he'll whip up a piece for
Mm-hmm.
me so that I can keep experimenting. So
Mm-hmm.
I can afford to pay or hire somebody to do that for me
Mm-hmm.
because I know it will make lots of money at some point. So like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because I have already proven myself.
Amazing. Sounds like a fun thing to do.
Yeah. So I don't necessarily get dirty when I work. I mean, I might get dirty, but I don't have dirty clothes on. I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty clean. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's go to the place where you sleep.
There is a bed. I feel like somebody else is sleeping in it. Like I
Hmm.
come in late and there's a woman sleeping in it. And I try not to wake her up.
Mm-hmm.
But
Do you have a
there's
sense of who the woman is?
my wife. She's
Is
my
your
wife.
wife? Mm-hmm.
I think she wakes up earlier than me and I go to bed later.
Mm-hmm.
I like to work and think on my own.
Mm-hmm.
I like to sort of dream and imagine new things. Like I like to think in the space when there's not a lot happening. So
Mm-hmm.
she wakes up earlier to get things started, get the day started for everybody working there. And I use the evening. I get up later. I get up later and stay up later.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's go to a moment in time where you are eating, where you're having a meal.
Mm. It seems like it's my first meal of the day, but it's other people's second meal of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So I get up a little bit before that, but then I get to the sitting at the table and it's kind of people already have things to talk about, like the farmers or
Mm-hmm.
the workers. So they're kind of talking to each other and they talk to me a bit, but a lot of it I just observe. So I hear their stories of everything that's already started happening
Mm-hmm.
in the day. And I can think about things. And it gives me more things to think about, which is I like to observe the way they flow because they are part of the design, like their needs and their, you know,
Mm-hmm.
their aspects, like their humanness, just the way they are.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of the design. So I kind of take it in, not I just absorb it. I just absorb it. And so then it comes through my designs. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's more information to
Mm-hmm.
inform my designs.
In what way would you say it comes through the designs, whatever you observe during the...
Well, I can see how they will interact with the machine that I make. So
Mm-hmm.
I know what brings them pleasure. Like I know what will make them like to work on the machines.
Mm-hmm.
I know what will make them laugh almost. Like I know what will make them, I want to make machines that make them smile, like make them happy to work on them.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to enjoy their work. So
Mm-hmm.
it's almost like that gives me, and the parts that they need to touch and they need to feel, they're going to be interacting with in the machines.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be really comfortable and pleasing
Mm-hmm.
and functional, but really, yeah, really pleasing. so that when I make really quality, long lasting items, if something's going to be used for like 100 years, like they can last a long, long time, they should be enjoyable rather than unenjoyable.
Yeah, amazing. Is your wife as well sitting at the table?
Yes. And she likes to talk to them. I don't like to talk to them as much, but I really like to listen to the conversation.
Okay.
So maybe I'm a little bit introverted. I'm not someone that's like guffawing and laughing and making big jokes out in the farm with the boys. I'm more reserved,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm taking everything in, and I like people. I like them.
Mm-hmm.
People seem to like me, but they don't press me. They don't pressure me
Good talk.
to talk. Either they don't understand me and they just respect me. They respect me either way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So is there something else in this scene that is important to see?
No, everybody seems happy.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought if somebody wasn't happy about things, if they did have something to say, I would listen really keenly, really closely. And it would get them to just explain exactly what was wrong. And in a way, they respect me, like, because so that they don't have to complain. They don't have to be grumpy. Like, they know that their complaints are useful to me. Like, I appreciate them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if there is something wrong, they feel like almost like they
Yeah.
feel fine about telling me it's safe, and they know that I value it.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's almost like my farm is it's productive, but
Mm-hmm.
it's also, the purpose is not just the farm, like whatever the animals,
Mm-hmm.
it's like a testing, like it's an experimental place for me to
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
do things really well. Whatever I'm doing is working. So it's like when I see the pigs, something I'm doing is working, something I've thought of is working. Or information. Maybe I got that information, some health information from somewhere good. Like I found a really good, not completely mainstream, you would say, but
Health information.
health information for the pigs,
Uh-huh.
food, something just really good that helped.
So is this what you do? You're looking for new inspiration, for new ideas, for new.
Yeah, like I'm looking to make life better for people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Let's go to an important day in this particular lifetime, and let's see what's happening.
There's a celebration or party.
Mm-hmm.
Like it feels like community, not my family, but community thing. My family's there, but it's more than that. It's the whole
Mm-hmm.
area coming together to celebrate. Maybe it's like a fall fair or something where you
Mm-hmm.
show off what you've done. So either I'm showing off the health of my pigs, or maybe also showing off a machine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like demonstrating how something works.
Mm-hmm.
So I can show people, and then I can
Mm-hmm.
sell it and produce more. They can order it and I can make more
Mm-hmm.
because I just have one so far.
So you feel that you're appreciated
Yeah.
doing your work.
Yeah, I just had a sense of the thing on my, like the bracelet. I feel like the bracelet has something, has like an inspirational quote on it. That's what it's like. It's not not a watch. It's not for, and it's not for everyone else to see how fancy it is, even though it is nice. It has something, it has a message for myself, like a reminder, like
Hmm.
like an affirmation of.
So if you're looking at it, would you have an idea or a sense on
It's
what?
something about staying modest, something about modesty,
Mm-hmm.
like keeping my ego in check, almost like I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
God's work or something. Like I don't know what it is, but it's
Mm-hmm.
like just to stay steady and modest.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Steady and modest. You know what you do is good. I know what I do is good. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just a reminder. So when because I'm showing it to people, so I'm pretty proud.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't want to get a big head about it or make, I'm proud. It's just a little something I look at. And it's like reminds me my greatness is not in how many great things I produce, but my greatness is like just because I'm, doesn't say this, but I would say like child of God or something. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm wonderful just as I am, but so doesn't that what's going on here is not what makes me great. I'm already great.
I see. I can totally.
It keeps me feeling humble yet
Mm-hmm.
proud or great. Yeah.
Yeah, it helps you not
Just
um
I,
define yourself through whatever you're doing.
yeah. Yeah. If people like it or don't like it, if they understand or don't understand, it doesn't matter if I sell a lot or don't. It's a very steady.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I am doing well. So it's just don't worry about any ups and downs.
Yeah.
Like don't get caught up in the ups. So at this moment, at this fair, I'm like, don't get caught up in the ups.
Mm-hmm. Is there something else that is important to mention from this place?
Well, also that whatever that message is like it really helps me to see read people and see who the snakes are
Mm-hmm.
and see who the good people are, the trustworthy people are. Because I have this level of, I'm not looking for the big flashy offer with hidden costs. I'm looking for the most honest people to work with.
Do you think you have a sense to recognize the most honest people?
It's just that sort of being humble, finding my power within, my value within.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody, like people are slick talkers. I don't care for it. I don't buy it. I don't buy into it.
Mm-hmm.
I can be beneath people's words.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not easily fooled.
Yeah. As you mentioned, you did this bracelet for yourself. Is it because at a certain moment it was it different in your life?
No, but I feel like maybe I heard these words. I got these words from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like something kind of religious that I just heard. It could have been any religion, something, I mean, probably Christian because it feels like it's kind of,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's some words that were just really maybe a Bible, maybe something I read in the Bible that nobody else really paid
Mm-hmm.
attention to. And I just felt like that's the most important thing.
Mm.
It just helps me in the way that it helped me to balance, I think, how great I felt like smarter than people. It
Mm-hmm.
helped me to balance that feeling of being like, to not be arrogant about it
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't really like the feeling of arrogance. So it made me happier. It brought me more peace in a way to just make me more humble.
Mm-hmm. So let's go and see the last day of this lifetime. Are you there?
Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty old.
Mm-hmm.
And like, kind of like I have a good humor about being at the end. I just feel really weak. Like I have like this body, like maybe a little bit of a cough, but it's not a bad cough. It's just like, oh, this body is it's stopping working. It's getting old. I move really slowly, so I just see myself like sitting down on the bed and
Mm-hmm.
very frail and old, and I very like I can really feel things in my body, systems in my body kind of not really wanting to work anymore. Like I'm really aware.
Mm-hmm.
I almost want to just ask it, like, are you are you ready to get like, are you done?
You're asking your body.
Yeah. Like sort of talking to it like a friend or something. Like
Mm-hmm. I like that.
I think we're done with our journey together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is it? Is this it? You're done carrying me and thanking it for its being a good body.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just getting into bed alone. I can just feel my frail body, so tired.
Mm-hmm.
And I just have a good spirit about it. Leaving the body, I feel like I had a very clear mission to just really clearly take this certain energy, this really high level, clear thinking into life. Like I just had this I did my mission and it was very clean and good
Mm-hmm.
to make physical this higher level of like considering a lot of things in order to make physical. And
Mm-hmm.
in a way, in a way, I was pioneering something that today everybody is trying. Like you make your a
Mm-hmm.
phone really comfortable to use, like everybody takes these into consideration now. Like
Yeah.
it's normal to consider this whole aesthetic, to
Mm-hmm.
bring aesthetics into things, not just comfort. So it's something I did like a whole being, like it's really good for your being.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a functional tool, but it's really good for your well-being.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you feel good, relaxed, happy. And so that was the energy that I brought into my work.
So I respect the power of the higher self, and I will always ask permission to speak to it and ask questions. Do I have permission to ask questions?
Yes.
Great. Why did the higher self choose this particular lifetime for Elisa today?
Was a wonderful way to illustrate humility and service and joy combined.
In what way does it relate to her work today or to her situation?
Well, being in service helps to ground all that higher knowing. It is
Mhm.
specified in service, of course, is not in judgment, but in service. Judgment, of course, is a waste of time, waste of it, but serving people and seeing who they are and how they are up close in this time helps to tailor the work to your average person. Really, it makes a nice feeling to ground.
Mhm.
Feeling of joy comes from grounding that higher knowing, and it's actually very exciting. Yeah, it's actually really exciting to take all that wisdom that Elisa has, the
Mhm.
natural ability and gifts. It just really is exciting to serve. That happens to be the most
Mhm. Mhm.
fun. That was the most fun thing to do. to
Yeah.
take the very highest wisdom that she has
Mm-hmm.
and will continue to expand on
Mm-hmm.
and get more and more of inspiration. And yeah, it's demonstrating how that is fun to help your average person, if there can be an
Amazing.
average person. If that is such a
I love that.
Mhm.